Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Shalini Agrawal and today we are going to discuss a sonnet, that is Sonnet 29, written by William Shakespeare. So before going to analyze this sonnet, first have a look on what is sonnet and what are the types of sonnet. Okay, हमें ये समझने की जरूरत है कि sonnet होता क्या है. So a sonnet has 14 lines and written in iambic parameter, right? तो sonnet जो होता है उसमें हमेशा 14 lines होते हैं and it is written in iambic pentameter. Now, what is iambic pentameter? Iambic pentameter is made up of two words, where iambic, on other hand, it is a metrical foot, and pentameter is a combination of two words, penta and meter. Penta means five, and meter means to measure. So iambic pentameter has five iambs which contain 10 syllables. Okay, means each line has 10 syllables in it, and in which one two symbols are two syllables are there, in which one unstressed symbol is followed by a stressed symbol. Okay, so next point in sonnet is a sonnet must follow a specific rhyme scheme depending on the type of the sonnet, because there are various type of sonnets and every sonnet has a separate and identical rhyme schemes. So first type of sonnet is Italian or Petrarchian sonnet, in which we have rhyme scheme like A B A A B B A A B B A C D E C D E. Okay, and it has an octave and sestet. Octave means a paragraph having 8 lines, and sestet means a paragraph having 6 lines. So 8 plus 6 is equal to 14 lines. So therefore we called it as a sonnet because it has 14 lines, right? Now next is Spenserian sonnet, which have a rhyme schemes of A B A B B C B C C D C D E E. Spenserian sonnet again have a different rhyme scheme, that is A B A B B C B C C D C D E E E. E E is the couplet, which is the last two lines, which having the same rhyme scheme. Next, what we are going to discuss today is the Shakespearean sonnet, or we can also say it as a English sonnet, which has a rhyme scheme of A B A B C D C D E F E F G G. Especially in this sonnet, we do not have octave and sestet, but we have three quadrants. Three quadrants means three paragraph each of 4 lines. Quadrant means a paragraph having 4 lines. So three quadrant means we have 12 lines in this rhyme scheme, A B A B C D C D E F E F, and last two lines are rhymed together is called a couplet. Okay, so in this way, this is the rhyme scheme of Shakespearean sonnet, right? So a sonnet can be of any subject, through they often about love and nature. So sonnet, वैसे sonnet की कोई भी subject हो सकते हैं, but generally what happens, sonnet की जो main subjects होते हैं, जो general subjects होते हैं, that will be love or nature. A sonnet introduces a problem or a question in the beginning, and resolution is offered after the turn. In the same sonnet, we do have a question. Poet arise a question. Poet arise introduces a problem in the first half of a sonnet, and in the later half or in the end of the sonnet, he also offers a resolution. He also offered a solution in the same sonnet. Okay. So this is the sonnet 29, what we are going to discuss today. When in disgrace. So we can see the rhyme scheme like A B A B A and first line and the third line is rhymed together. Second and fourth line rhyme together. So in the same way, you can see this is the rhyme scheme that is followed by Shakespeare and his sonnet. Okay. Yes. Now the background of sonnet 29. So there is every sonnet has a background. Like this sonnet, sonnet 29 is written to Earl of Southampton. This sonnet shows Shakespeare at his lowest point. Why? Because at that time when Shakespeare wrote this sonnet, he is suffering from very divorce situation, and he is at his lowest point, and no one knows the actual cause behind this behind his lowest point at that time. But there are two traumatic events that may have impacted this sonnet. So these two events may act as a reason behind the writing of this sonnet. So let's discuss these that two reason or two background. In 1592, there was an outbreak of plague. The first event occurred in 1592 when the London theatre closed due to the outbreak of plague. And the closing of playhouses made it hard for Shakespeare to earn a living. That is why with this event it made him feel in disgrace with fortune, which is the first line of his sonnet. And the second probable reason behind writing this sonnet is again in 1592. Second event also occurred in 1592 when there was a dramatist called Robert Greene who verbally attacked Shakespeare, and he describes Shakespeare as a upstart crow. Where upstart means someone who claimed to be socio-political leader, but does not have the required skills. And crow is someone who is famous for stealing from others. So he actually curse Shakespeare with the word upstart crow, and he accusing him from plagiarism. So these two probable reasons behind writing this sonnet. And now come to the analysis point. So the first line, and first we are analyzing line by line, and the first two lines are like this: when in disgrace with fortune and men's eye. In disgrace means out of favor, loss of reputation or respect. With fortune, fortune means good or bad luck. So here Shakespeare uh, tried to say that whenever he fallen out of favor with fortune and men, in this line he actually feels that he's out of luck, and that public, men's eyes means public, this denotes public or the social identity of his. So public sees him as an unfavorable person. Okay, I all alone beweep my outcast stay. Beweep means weeping over something or someone. So all alone he weeps. There is no one with him, and he alone weep over his position. And why? What is the position? He has been socially outcasted. Okay, nobody is with him, and he is socially outcasted. Shakespeare is implying that this state this state is the state of loneliness, and he is cast out from the society. Come to the next two, three, four lines. And trouble heaven, deaf heaven, with my bootless cries. Deaf heaven means God is not listening or ignores him. Okay, and bootless means his cries are useless. Okay, so in third line, he is continuously praying to heaven. He is continuously praying to God, but his cries go unheard. There is nobody like God who is going to hear his trouble, who is going to hear his pray, but he is all his cries is go unheard, and look upon myself and curse my fate. And when he looking at his state, when he looking at himself, he is cursing his fate. Okay, so these lines are making an allusion to the book of Job found in the Old Testament of Bible. Job was outcast now, and called God, who did not listen. Shakespeare relates to this in this situation. Okay, so he is relating Job situation and his situation together, that there is nothing like God, who is not going to listen his cries are totally useless, and when he looks at his fate, he is cursing his fate. Okay, next 5 to 6 lines, like wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friend possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least, yet in these thoughts myself almost despising. So featured like him. Featured means features or physical beauty of some more attractive man. And man scope means the outer appearance. Okay. So wishing me like to one more rich in hope. So he is telling to someone that please wish me I were like one man who had more hopes. Wishing me that, wishing I look at like him. Featured like him means, uh, please wish me that I can look like him with friend possessed. He's actually he is requesting that give him wish that he again surrounded by friends. Friend possessed means surrounded by friends. Okay, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, wishing that he is again had that type of art which the more attractive man has, and that man's freedom also. With what I most enjoy contented least, he is actually least contented with what he used to enjoy the most. But with these thoughts, almost despising myself. What happened? Yet, in these thought, myself almost despising means these thought almost despising himself. And in these lines, what happened? Shakespeare actually find himself envy. Envy others. He feels that everyone has something that he lacks. For example, Shakespeare wishes he was wealthier, better looking, and popular. Happily I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. So in 10th line, he by chance think of you. You is maybe the Earl of Southampton, to whom he is writing this sonnet. And then my melancholy. Shakespeare actually in this line reflects on the effect of love that has on his state. Okay, and in 11th line, like the lark at break of day, he actually implies that he prefers that day rather than night, because he is much happier than what he is today. Okay, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate means he actually talks about how there seems to be hope when he thinks of a young man. So in this way, we analyzes these 12 lines, and the last couplet, 13 14, with thy sweet love remember such wealthy things, then then I scorn to change my state with kings. In these last couplets, he is giving a kind of solution, or he is uh, giving a possessing a resolution, that he's thinking of your love which brings such happiness, that then he would not change his position in life with kings. He refuses the position of king. And in this final couplet, Shakespeare writes that he is better off than being wealthy and royal. And the word state here, used in 14 lines, this exemplifies that his emotional well-being, like line 2 and 10, the love Shakespeare has for the young man is far more greater than the wealth of a king. Means he going to refuse the position of king in order to have the love of that man. So in this way, we analyzes this sonnet 29.